Welcome back to the channel. I am Lady Nika, and with Saturday night's edition of Iyanla Fix My Life, it was the Mitchell Brothers Part 3. We're going to talk about it. Told y'all I was going to be back down here on these YouTube streets today. So I am back. I feel a whole lot better. I still feel the stiffness now, but the pain ain't as severe. I don't have to be taking no narcotic. I take me a little ibuprofen and keep it moving. So, we are back. Hopefully we back on track and I won't have to do any more of the speaker broadcasts and have some of y'all nerds all bad because y'all don't like that. So we're going to talk about Iyanla. Before I get into Iyanla, I'm going to put a link down in the description box. I don't know if the channel been taken down already or not, but there is a channel floating around here on these YouTube streets with my content on it. And I flagged the channel. A couple of my YouTube colleagues and sister love things have done it as well. And I'm asking y'all if you would be so kind and take a moment out your day and go on over there when I drop the link down in the bottom and flag their channel. Now, I don't look like they're getting a whole lot of views on their videos, but what they've done is all the videos I didn't watermark back in, I think, 2015 when that first time this ever happened to me. They went back and got some of them old videos, and I think consequently some of my other videos I didn't happen to put the watermark on. They were able to get them over there, and I don't look like they getting too many damn views. In fact, if I'd have stole that much of somebody's shit and I ain't getting no views on it, bitch, I think I would have stopped it, but they didn't, and so I don't appreciate my content, my creativity being placed on another channel where a person could possibly profit off of it without my permission. So I'm gonna drop it down in the bottom, and if you don't mind, go over to that channel and please flag that channel for me. If for those of y'all that may not know how to do it, when you get over there, it should be a little flag over in the right hand corner. Click that and it'll give you the option to block the user or report the channel. Report that channel for me because that's impersonating me and cloning my channel. That shit ain't gonna work, not with me. I don't appreciate that. Now, I didn't get mad about it. I was surprised I didn't. I guess because I've been here before, I didn't get mad. But I just don't appreciate the fact that somebody would take my content and go drop it on their channel. I don't give a damn if you get a dime from it. Without my permission, you in the wrong. That's why that promo video for Maddie you saw, is still up and unbothered because I asked, bitch. I didn't just snatch that woman's shit and didn't ask. I asked her, could I do that? And of course, she a YouTuber too. She know I was monetizing the shit. So it is what it is. But my thing is, I asked for permission and received it before I did that. And I feel like everybody should do that. If you want to use somebody's content, ask them about their shit. You don't, even if you beefing with them, you should never take somebody's content and try to distort it to make it seem like, the jokes on them. Because really, if a person wants to, they can make the joke on your ass because you're wrong. But if y'all would go down there and just handle it real quick for me, I sure would appreciate it. The channel may already been gone because, girl, my little thing that informed me earlier this morning, I went and I reported the page, and a couple of, like I said, my YouTube sister love things, they have reported it among some, along with some of my subscribers, including the person that told me. So thank you for letting me know my shit was out there floating around on the YouTube screen without my name being attached to it or me receiving a dime of the profits from it. I appreciate that. Now let's talk about these Mitchell brothers a little bit more. This is part 3. It was all right. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like that if she wanted to, she could have did the whole season about this family because it's a lot of work yet that's still get left to be done with this family. But we gonna talk about it, okay? Um, Child, we go back to the mom, LaRonda, and the older sister, Kissy, and Marcus sitting in the room with Iyanla. Now, as we found out at the end of last week, Kissy been angry for years with the mom because she thought the brothers was with the mother, and that's why she hadn't been there for her. Come to find out, they all have been not able to have a mother-child relationship with their mother because she wasn't there for Kissy or the boys. She wasn't there for none of them. And Charlie was good that they was able to understand that. She felt like them boys, she felt like the mom absence in her life was due to her being with them, and she learned that, that's not the case, and the mom was on them drugs, and she abandoned her just like she abandoned the boys. Now, mama didn't want to admit that she did abandon her kids, but it is what it is, okay? Whether you gave her 2 grand, gave her to her grandmother or not, or whomever you gave her to, you did not raise your kids. And ma'am, um, that makes you accountable for how this girl is feeling. They all got hurt and resentment toward LaRonda. Now I don't know whether LaRonda was going with, going with this, but she didn't elaborate. She didn't say too much about it. Iyanla didn't you know mm. Iyanla didn't elaborate on, because the grandmother name kept coming up. Grandmother, they wasn't saying her name or her government, but they were bringing her up. And I don't know if so, LaRonda was going somewhere with this, and then she just decided not to, or Iyanla didn't use it because it seemed like LaRonda and her mama had some issues too. So I'm not sure if, what was going on, but what I can say at the end of the day, LaRonda need to be a little bit grateful to her mother, because whatever kind of shit that was going on between the two of them when she was growing up, this woman still cared enough about you and your child to take your child in, and she raised your daughter for you because you couldn't do it. Now, her hurt deep because she a girl, talking about kids. She the only girl, and she feel like her and her mom don't, she feel like her mother don't love her, and she not sure she can, fix any kind of relationship with her mother at this point. She still got that hurt of the little girl, and in truth, she want her mommy. And she did finally say that to her mother with the help of Iyanla helping her out, be able to get her feelings out. Now, it seemed like the siblings blamed each other, you know, as well as Marcus. They blamed each other, and Marcus felt Kizzy should have looked for them when she was young, and she had to remind them. And I was like, well, I know she a little bit older than y'all, but she ain't that damn big, much older than y'all. For one, she's a female child, so she ain't gonna be out here in these streets just searching about here and there for her brothers. And you can't blame her because she was just a kid too. See, it's like they all angry with the parents, but they misdirecting that anger on each other as a result of it, opposed to taking this shit to the parents like they should be doing. Kids didn't have a mom, and they didn't have one either. She went on to say that the brothers look at her and think that she had it made. She said, "No, I didn't. I got bought shit by my grandmother to avoid answering questions about my mom." And I was like, trying to compensate. And that's not cool. You gotta tell them the truth, honey. You gotta tell them the truth. You can't buy materials to compensate for the absence of her mother. And it was wrong for the grandma to try that, but I guess that's all she could do. At the end of the day, all those siblings hurt is the same. It's all the same. It don't matter that kids that lived in a home where the grandmother provided. At the end of the day, she suffered too. Just like the boys suffered going into going into foster care, the molestation, the abuse. They all went through it. Now, Iyanla made them realize that they are two in the same. Like I said, the mama had the nerve to try to tell kids at one point, you didn't try to reach out to your brothers, and then Iyanla and me had to get her together. Hold up, baby. Now, I don't mean no disrespect, but this ain't where you speak in, because they wouldn't have to do any of this had you been the mother that you were supposed to be to these children many, many moons ago. Yes, we understand that the mom was sick and she was a crackhead, but you still caused this by procreating time and time again when you saw that you was addicted to a drug and it was taking you down. You didn't stop having babies, ma'am. You had 8 of them. So, we understand you had a drug issue, and you didn't know, you couldn't give them the love and take care of your kids the way you supposed to. But you ain't got no right to sit there and attack that girl saying that what she did and didn't do. Because at the end of the day, had you been the mother you were supposed to be, they wouldn't have grown up in the situations that they're in. I was glad Iyanla pointed that out. Mama and daddy, y'all failed, and neither can blame, neither one of y'all can say anything in this situation. You just gotta sit in your shit and own it, and that's what they ended up having to do. Now, they didn't get deep into this either, but Kissy says she do talk to her brothers, but not often. She has, and she admitted that she does avoid Marcus because he said in the past that he'd be glad when she died and he'd come to her funeral to spit on her. dead body. Now that shit was wrong. But again, they misplacing that anger. You see what I'm saying? uh, they don't need to be angry with each other. They really angry at their parents, but they deflecting it upon each other. They did eventually hug, and he told her he loved her, and that was a moment. That's a moment that you can build on right there. I said, that's good work, young, good work. Next, it was time for LaRonda and Michael Jr. to talk. He said he never felt loved. He never felt that she loved him and that she wanted him. He said he was abused and molested, and he used to want his mama to come just to rescue him, but she never did. Now remember, he the one with the mental challenges. He's even he was even in a mental institution at one point, and the mom just stopped visiting him. And she said it was because she had lost parental rights at that point, her and the father. And I said, okay, that's how they entered foster care. Y'all lost y'all parental rights because y'all was on them drugs and wasn't trying to improve. So the state snatched them and put them in foster care, and the foster care program failed them as well. Drug addiction ain't no joke. It only destroys that person, but most importantly, it destroys the families that become impacted by this. Crack ravaged the black neighborhoods during that time. It was the like late 70s, early 80s. I remember this shit. It ain't no joke. I never personally had to deal with it like that. My parents didn't fall, victim to the crack epidemic. But what I can tell you is I've seen other friends of mine and family members who were directly impacted by someone being on that drug. So I get it. It was a hot mess. I thank God I never had that problem, but my heart goes out to these kids and these people, these parents, because that crack epidemic was a motherfucker. If you old enough to remember, you remember how awful it truly was. It was awful, y'all. It was awful. And I just, wow, child. You could tell the mama was on it real bad. She still got remnants of it. Look at her. She still look like she on it. Now y'all say she look like Frankie 2.0, but let us all remember Frankie was a drug addict. That's why they look like that. Iyanla had to guide the mom because she didn't have the words to apologize, and she looked like she was embarrassed. And that's why I felt that her apology to Michael Jr. in that sense, in that moment, was very sincere, and he accepted her apology. Kizzy and the mom talked again, and Iyanla had her say what she wanted. And basically, the girl wanted a relationship with her mama. She wants somebody that she can call every day, somebody that she can come to for advice about her children, somebody that's going to be interactive with her children as well as her. She want to have mother-daughter time, spa days, lunches, getting their nails done, yada, yada, yada. And she basically still stuck in that 13-year-old girl that lost her mama and she want her back. I know that feeling. And I want my mama to every day. Now, I didn't lose my mother to crack or anything like that. My mother passed away. But there's an emptiness inside of me every day. Even though my mother died back in 1987, it's still a hurt for me today. There's still that empty place. But, kids are lucky. And her mom might not never be the woman she wanted her to be, but at least you got every day that woman wake up, that's another chance to make it better. You might not can go back and fix what happened back in the day, but as long as there's breath in your body, you can move on and be able to, build your life and relationship up with your mother on an adult level. And I appreciated Iyanla honesty and saying to kids that just what I just said. She ain't gonna you may want that from LaRonda, but she might not be able to get it. Drugs affect these folks' brains as well as take their bodies down. And you can tell the mama still somewhat, she dealing with a whole lot. She ain't all the way there. She ain't all the way there. And it was clear that she wasn't all the way there. She might not never give that girl what she want, but she can give her something. And she said, maybe they can't go back to the mother-daughter scene from when the girl was 13, but they can build today, woman to woman, and just talk with each other. And LaRonda said she will, work toward building a better relationship with the girl. Now, one of my love things sent me a video, child, down to the Facebook, and asked, wasn't that Michael Mitchell Jr.? Girl, I looked at it and it was him. with a garbage bag around his bony body, gyrating, talking about comedy, child, and how he can make the ladies happy. Just dancing and grinding. Y'all, when Iyanla said with Michael Sr., the mom, and Michael Jr., and brought this up, that he do this shit on Facebook and IG, girl, I hollered. Now, it ain't funny because, in fact, it's sad. When you first see it, y'all gonna laugh and get your little chuckle, but it's sad that he does that. I've seen those videos before, and it did, I didn't make the connection until one of my love things told me about it, who tagged me, and I appreciate that. Well, Michael's excuse for that is he's into freaky comedy for the ladies, and he let us know in that same damn scene he got an 8-year-old daughter. Now, me and Iyanla said, uh, would you ever want your daughter to run up on any of these videos? And he said no. So why do you do that? It ain't gonna get no woman to pay you no attention. People will be laughing at you and not with you. And that goes to show you that he ain't all the way there, and that he does have a need to be loved and paid attention to, because he feel like he ain't never had that. That was sad. He said he just want, to be better and not do it anymore. Now, all the brothers got their suits on looking sharp, child. They done went from boys to men, okay? I said, yes, God. Iyanla presented each one of them with diplomas of achievement from from the School of Life. That's where it came from. To Kissy, she said, you took your place as oldest sibling, and you should feel loved and protected. With all these damn brothers, girl, you should never feel like anybody can do you anything. You should believe like you can fly, because your brothers are your arm and your shield. They gonna take care of you, girl. Each one says that how they feel about the parent, and moving forward they want to do, have better relationships with them, in time and forgiveness can happen. Melvin, I want to speak about. He said he forgives them and apologized to his mother for disrespecting her in the past. I'm assuming he probably called her a couple of crackhead bitches and some other shit when she pissed him off, but okay. Now Marvin say he spent his life chasing men. He don't feel like he should have to chase his father. And to me, that was deep, and you could tell that it affected Michael Sr. To the mom, he just want her to keep her word. Stop telling me you're going to do something and you never do it. Just keep your word and we can work past all this other stuff. Mikhail seemed like out of all of them, he the most grounded. He look like he the one that done went through it, came out, and he all the better for it. All he want is his father to be in his children's life. And I said, okay. He want him to be a granddad. The fact that he wants you to be a grandfather says that he has really let a lot of the hurt from his childhood go, and he not at a place where he do want to have you in his life. So I hope that he does what he said he was going to do, which is be present in that moment. Damn what happened in the past, just be present today. Marcus asked his mom to be more patient with him. He said he a high head. He working toward being a more level-headed person. To his dad, he said, I just need you to understand that when Miguel died, Mikhail became my right hand and you my left hand. And I need you to understand that when you ain't around, I ain't right. And I just need you to be present. I'm not all together yet, but don't give up on me. And child, it was so much growth with this family last night. I was just happy. Michael Jr., he wants true love. And he wants somebody to pay attention to him. He asked his dad, he said, I know you got a bunch of children. All I ask you to do is just give me a little bit. And Iyanla stopped him. He got enough love inside of him for all of them. And it's not being selfish when you and him on a father-son situation, just two of y'all, for you to want him to give you all your love, all his love. It's not selfish. It's what's supposed to happen. I got 4 children. I love them all dearly. But sometimes when I'm in a private situation with one of them, I'm giving them all of me in that moment because they might need that from their mama. And that is what these boys was trying to get him to understand. It's not selfish of them for him to say he want his dad's love. It's selfish of his father if he don't give it to him and you created him. So, he said he gonna give him the love that he need. They gonna love on him more, and I hope so that he can calm down, because you can tell he the one they don't pay a lot of attention to. He needs that attention, especially when he has mental challenges. He really needs the support and the love and the attention of his brothers and his parents, but mostly his parents. Okay. Kissy wants a closer relationship with her brothers. She won't let her kids get to meet their kids. And that's right. The cousins need to know each other. It's fucked up, y'all. It's fucked up. I did a story time a couple of months ago, last year, where I talked about how not keeping up with the siblings and the cousins and the family yielded a friend of mine to have her son actually fall in love with his sister. If y'all go back in this story time, go back down through my story time playlist, you'll find it. Them people had fell in love with each other, and it came out, later that they was actually related to each other. Her husband had cheated on her before. She knew about the infidelity. She didn't know about the child. And years later, it came back full circle when her son with this man fell in love with the daughter he created with another woman. Charlie was a mess. Get down in the damn playlist. I tell the truth about it. I tell it, honey. Them cousins need to know each other. It builds the family bond. Now, Michael Jr., I need you to stop being in these videos. You still doing it. People laughing at you now with you, even though you're getting views and it may be the attention that you seek. Do you really want the attention that way? See, the parents need to be on him. That boy is special needs, and a part of special needs is he needs special attention. If he get that, I think he'll stop doing that. I just don't want to see him out there being made a fool of. Now, Mom, get your shit together and be there. For all your kids, especially Michael Jr., you need to be there for that boy because you know what the situation is. And, bitch, you probably the reason why he liked that on that crack and shit while you was pregnant with him. So you owe him that. You only talked to kids 2 times since the filming. Kids and her brothers, they keeping in communication with each other, and that's awesome sauce to me. The brothers are better, and the dad is present now. And this was a great 3-part series, 3-part episode to open up her season. I know we started off with a rocky place with Kamaya Mobley. I had wanted this to be what happens for Kamaya, but clearly Kamaya didn't want that for her damn self. But I want this family to heal and be better. I really do. I hope that is what we get out of this at the end. When we go back and we may check in on them, I want to know that they doing better and that their mother has stepped up to the plate. Because, girl, you can't run forever. And one of these days, you're going to need these chairs. You really need them now and don't even know it. But that was it. That was all. Y'all drop down up in them panties and let me know what you think about Saturday night episode of Iyanla Fix My Life. Y'all remember the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video wherever it is you share videos. And I will see you guys back for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Peace.